Just woke up. This is after 2 days of being on a surplus. And I'm sitting at 104.6.
It's a pretty typical meal. About 2.5 hours, 3 hours before I train, I have just got 250 grams of white basmati rice. I didn't have any tuna or any chicken, so I just had some ham. I've got some green beans, and then over here I've got 120 grams of apple and 80 grams of banana. So eat this, and then I'll probably have about 1 or maybe 2 meals before I train after this, depending on kind of how hungry I'm feeling. Right, so we are training about 30 minutes, and I'm just quickly having my pre-workout. I like to kind of have it about 30 minutes before I work out. Any closer to that and I feel that I kind of start getting almost bloated when I train, especially when I put my belt on, and anything before that I feel like it kind of kicks in almost too early, and I kind of start kind of dragging by the end of my workout. So basically what I'm just having is a blue Monster that has 150 milligrams of caffeine and 125 grams of Haribos. Now I've ate some of them, but 125 grams of Haribos and a blue Monster. And then today, actually, the reason why I'm having so many Haribos is today my carbs are up at 575 grams. Now, I've not had over 430 grams of carbs for a long time. So, trying to eat all of them was such, because my stomach is kind of, I don't know, it's trying to eat 575 grams worth of carbs with the kind of foods that I've been only eating over the past kind of 4 months is going to be a lot harder than I expected. So I'm kind of, today anyway, because I'm not really, can't really be bothered eating loads of food today. I'm just kind of going to have these, just kind of fill that up. And again, only having 150 milligrams of caffeine. Sleeping so much better since I've had my kind of my week absent caffeine, and then kind of just having 150 milligrams, because as you all know, I was having up to 800 milligrams of caffeine pre-workout, and that's not good enough caffeine during the day. So my sleep's better, my overall energy's better, just everything's better. And I'm just also just replying to my clients' emails. So I've got some emails, I've got some form videos to check out, and just certain little things, but that's what I'm doing. We're going to be deadlifting today, going up to 85%, so kind of getting into the heavier percentiles as well. Feeling good, feeling fresh. Hips were bugging me a little bit this morning, but I did a kind of hip distraction tool that I've done on Mobility Mondays, and it's kind of loosened them up a bit and made me feel a little bit better. So just really excited to get in and start kind of getting into the heavier percentiles of my deadlifts, as I've not been over 80% in about 4 weeks almost. The plan for today, I am going to remove the rubber matting from underneath the platform. The reason I put this down was mainly to kind of protect the floor, but it's been really messing up my pulls, so I'm going to take this away and just deadlift off this, and hopefully it should give a kind of good performance and kind of take my deadlift back to where it was feeling, because it's just been feeling alien ever since I put the rubber matting down. So I'm going to try out and just kind of make a conscious effort to not kind of put the weight down overly aggressively. After removing the rubber from underneath the deadlift platform, I was pretty confident going into it that it would have a positive effect on my deadlifts, and quite honestly, I was correct. This was the best and most consistent my deadlifts have felt in, I reckon, about 6 months. And I have been using the rubber underneath these to protect the floor for roughly around 6 months. And my setup has never felt consistent. I've constantly been changing my setup and moving my feet wider and closer, my grip wider and closer in, and using upper back rounding at the start of the movement, and or not. Just trying all these different, I've never been able to stick with one thing because it's just never felt correct. And today was just like an epiphany. It was mental. I mean, honestly, it was the best I have both felt, the most I have enjoyed, and the quickest the bar has moved in about 6 months. Honestly, I mean, as you all know who've been following the channel for a while, when I kind of get amped up and hyped up and lifts and smelling salts and hit myself and just do all the absurd and abnormal and not needed things that I tend to do, I perform about 10% better. And today I kept it to an absolute minimum, and it was just moving so well. It felt so good. It felt awesome in my hands. I was having a great time, and it was amazing. It was honestly so good, and it was needed, and my motivation is just now through the roof. Like, just honestly, after this workout, it's just gone so through the roof. And again, as I always say, all reps and sets weren't shown, so just a kind of debrief. 2 sets of 2 at 85%, then I was to do 3 sets of 3 at 80%, and then I was to do 75% for as many reps as possible, which I either got 8 or 9, I am not quite sure, you just count it as this is going along, but the bar just felt like it was moving well, my setup felt consistent and good, and I'm just so pleased. So I'll definitely be doing this from now on. And if it starts affecting the floor in a negative way, which I don't believe it will, I really don't, if it does, then I will just have to deadlift at a gym that will allow me to deadlift the way I deadlift, and I'll just have to bite the bullet and do that, which I'll be happy to do as long as my deadlifts keep feeling like this. I'm just feeling awesome. I think as well, it was obviously a byproduct as well, being in a surplus. I mean, this is the first time in 4 months, 4.5 months that I've been in a surplus. I've been in a surplus by this workout for 3 days. So I've been in a surplus Monday and Tuesday, and then also going into Wednesday. So that will have had a positive effect on it as well. So I think it was a kind of a mix between being in a surplus and also that I just felt so good and was just so awesome. And then I was to move on to some close grip pressing. I had about 3 or 4 sets of close grip pressing, and then I had 4 sets of pendulum rows, and then I had 3 sets of pull-ups, and then I had some core work and some hammer curls, which I didn't film because, realistically speaking, no one wants to see anyone curl and no one wants to see anyone do hanging leg raises, in my opinion. However, the rest of the week I am really looking forward to. Actually, I am squatting and benching on Friday, and then I'm doing pause deadlifts on Saturday, and also I have had a few people comment saying why I don't show any deadlift footage. I actually wasn't aware I wasn't filming as much deadlift footage as I should have been. However, that has changed. I will start intentionally getting a lot more deadlift footage up on the channel for everyone as well, as obviously that is been requested, and over the next coming weeks I will start getting into the heavier rep ranges as well, which will always be fun, and just really looking forward to what is going to be bringing. And I just cannot wait to see how my deadlifts keep reacting to not using the rubber matting anymore. And I really feel that I'm very confident I'm going to get over this 300 kilo barrier at my competition, which has been a goal of mine for as long as I can tell you. And then once I go over that 300 kilo deadlift barrier, it's time to get to the 700 pound barrier, and then so on and so forth. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Please leave a like, rating, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video.
Yeah, I'm speaking on behalf of the Jacks. I think that these Jacks is out of line. I think that they don't have the best interest in life in mind. And would you ever forget anything you know? Take a chance to step outside.